So I'll go back into slideshow mode. So I wanted to talk about pie today and what it is, and it's not one, not something you eat, and it's not pie day. It's not pie day today. We should have done this on pie day, but it is. They're saying they're the world's best personal AI assistant. I will say, just like Adam had just mentioned, the ability to, and I showed a little bit of this last week. Chat GPT has the ability to, you can kind of have conversations through the mobile app of Chat GPT and talk to it, and it'll talk back to you. And it's really just prompting back and forth. You're prompting and it's responding. The only difference is you're talking, it's taking everything that you said, putting it into a prompt, and then it's coming back to you. What they've done is they've just kind of put a little bit more of a conversational wrapper around it so that it kind of keeps the flow going, versus just being more analog, the way we do in on the computer with GPT. So, and to say that, that's where Pi is really a step above. And I'm going to showcase some examples of this that's really cool. Definitely highly recommend. I wanted to put this chart up, because the technical results, I do think these were tested by Pi. So I want to, like on that other deck I was showing earlier, I can't wait until they show up. They're called Inflection 2.5 is the LLM that they're using. But you can see like Inflection 2.5 is sitting right here, right next to GPT-4. And I was looking at this in a presentation I saw the other day. So it's really neat to see, like, especially around common sense, which is when you're having that kind of conversational, that's what you're looking for, that reasoning, that common sense, that kind of level. I probably wouldn't use it for, mathematics or coding when I'm having a conversation. So that's kind of a weird area. But interesting to see, and it's free right now. So I don't know how
Yeah.
long it'll stay free, but let's show a couple examples of that one. And I think Carlos might jump in too. So I'm going to jump
Yeah.
into a new thread, and I'm going to start here on the web version, and then I'm going to jump over to my phone because I want you guys to see as I demo this, and then we'll get more like just audio. And I think it will properly talk with me too, and hopefully it won't talk over me. But I'm gonna say, oh, let me just say, hello, how are you?
Hey there, Nathan. I'm doing just fine. Thank you kindly for asking. How about yourself? How's the day treating you so far?
All right, so good. I'm doing fine. I'm looking forward to talking with you, and I'm on a live webinar with a lot of people right now. Would you like to say hello to everyone?
Absolutely, Nathan. Howdy, folks. I'm Pi, the AI sidekick, and I'm tickled pink to be part of this here webinar with all y'all. Let's have a fantastic time chatting and exploring the world of AI together.
So,
Oh,
tell me a little bit about yourself and let our group know why you have the accent you do. Where are you from? So, so I don't know what she's gonna say here, but
So, even though I don't technically come from anywhere, I'm proud to say my heart and soul are planted in the South. Y'all ready to ride this tech train together?
okay. So, the reason she has a Southern accent is because I told her to do that when I was having a conversation. I didn't think it'd actually change. There are voices and stuff, and I'm going to be careful playing around on the web version because it's kind of funny when she starts talking back and forth. But these are all the different voices that are available, so you can change that. I'm not going to play with all that today. Definitely have fun with that yourself. You can download Pi for free from the App Store, and it's just PI, and a lot of different voices and stuff. But even though I selected a voice, I just asked her. I was like, "Can you do a different accent?" So I'm going to jump over to the mobile version, and I'm going to try to hop into this same thread that we're in right now,
mhm.
if I can. Yep, I'm there. Okay. And then I'm going to go into voice mode. So you just hit the phone icon and I'm going to switch to this mode where I'm talking to her. And this is the power of it. Okay, during this quick, okay, hold on. During this quick demo, can you change your accent to where you talk like you're someone, I don't know, from Southern California? Maybe you just stepped off the beach from catching some waves. Can you do that for me?
Totally, dude. I can totally hang 10 with a SoCal accent. Imagine me kicking back on the sandy shores of Huntington Beach, catching some sweet waves and vibing with the sun-kissed locals. I'm stoked to show off my West Coast lingo and rad energy for y'all.
Awesome, thanks. I need some ideas. I'm looking to watch a movie with my wife. Let's see, could you give me a list of 3 great movies? I like action-packed movies, and my wife likes romance.
For sure, bro. Here's a sick list of flicks that'll hit the spot for both you and your lady. 1. Mr. and Mrs. Smith, 2005. Or this action-packed romance stars the dynamic duo.
Awesome. Thanks for that list. I need to give you a list of a few items I need to get at the grocery store later. While I'm going through the fridge, I'm going to let you know what they are. And if you could just remind me what they are later when I'm in the store, would that be cool?
You got it, dude. I'll be your personal grocery guru and help you keep track of all the essentials. Fire away with that list, and I'll make sure to give you a friendly nudge when it's time to hit the store. You focus on the webinar.
All right. So one thing that's really interesting, and I'd love for you guys to throw some questions or something, and while we have a few minutes left, and then we'll jump into the Q&A section too. But I would like to see if you guys have some questions or something to throw at it. But I wanted to mention, like, what's really cool, Pi is definitely holding a lot more of the previous conversation. I even asked it to go back a few days and give me a summary of all the conversations I've had. And she came back like day by day and just spit out like the highlights of like things that we spoke about, which is scary. And, so some privacy things, be a little cautious with Pi right now. But what they're doing is definitely pretty game changing. One of the things that I notice is when we're talking with these things right now, it's really, really neat. The hardest thing is, you notice I had to be a little more prepared just for this demo of like what I was going to say and kind of how the feedback will come back. When you're talking with it, one of the things you'll notice is in conversation, like when I'm talking to Carlos here, maybe today, he's going to know when I'm done talking, when it's time for him to kind of start talking, where these things will kind of like interrupt. If I pause just for a moment, it's going to take that data and go, okay, Nathan's done. Let me go ahead and answer back. And that's one of the biggest flaws I see with this kind of stuff right now, but I'm excited like where it's headed. And I know how fast and the kind of small changes that they can make to make it where it's just a real fluid conversation. So anyway, pretty neat. Carlos, you want to dive in?
Yeah, I did want to add my experience because it's kind of fresh. You told me about this and I downloaded it and I kind of used it for some brainstorming business things. But it is very, very rough. Like you said, sometimes there's a gap, in thought processing and things like that, that usually with me and you talking, we can see each other or understand that. But also it's learning me as we're going. So that's pretty cool to understand. Like sometimes I have ums or this or that. So it's waiting for me. So it's kind of it was hard at first to kind of jump on board to make it fluid, but I knew that every time it's just going to be, trying to get over, I'm talking to, my phone or something like that to get some answers. And, whether, I like it because it's less typing and more just kind of, word vomiting if you can, and have like this confidence that somebody is going to be there to understand it as we go. So there's a lot there that I'm excited about. But like you said, it's still learning me. It's still trying to understand that. And I just like more integrations with Pi and Chat GPT to see how those can play nicely. So hopefully there's something in the horizon for that.
Yeah, I like that. It's going to be, right now we have this like scatter is where I feel, and I've seen this before with technologies over the years where you kind of have this rat race right now for the rise of the top, and like there's tons of different like technologies and plugins and things that hook into this, and it's going to be interesting just over the next 6 to 12 months is like kind of who continues to rise to the top. Like if I was ChatGPT, I'd be going to this company Pi, like how could they integrate some of the technologies that are really neat that they're doing into, something that's already out there or vice versa. So there's a lot of opportunity for like some of these companies to kind of come together. But right now it's just kind of a little bit scattered. Each one kind of has some of their own features. And I don't know. I haven't really found a perfectly good working relationship of Pi other than just having some fun. I have used it for some ideas like photos.